Good afternoon, Senator McCain. As a college student, I have to get back to education. I know Senator Clinton talked about lowering interest rates. I know personally I will be paying off my college education for the next 15, 20 years just to get a good education. So I don't know if there's anything you have in trying to lower the cost for colleges, or at least lower the interest rates so students aren't so targeted with the high rates.
We have to make loans more affordable and more available. We also, I think, should reward people for public service. I think that one of the incentives, and not huge, but incentive is for someone who is in the military, we have to increase our educational benefits for our veterans, my friends. Probably the greatest outcome, Probably the greatest outcome, as you know, of World War II was the GI Bill, which educated an entire generation of Americans and changed America forever. I also want to see incentives for people to remain in the military. And one of the ways we have proposed to do that is that once someone in the military has stayed for a period of time, then they could transfer those educational benefits to their spouse or member of their family, so that then they are relieved of the burden of how they're going to pay for their family members' education. And we're working on that. We're sat down with a lot of people, including we've asked Senator Webb to join us, a man who I admire and respect, in trying to make sure that we increase educational benefits for our veterans, but also incentives for them to remain in. I'm optimistic we will do that. But overall, the cost of education, inflation, is too high, as you know. And so we've got to try to bring that down. And I will do everything in my power to see that that happens. But at the same time, we cannot deprive young Americans of the ability to receive an education they're qualified for, number one. And number two, we can't saddle them with a debt that they spend years in repaying. So making student loans more available and more affordable is one of the key items, and providing educational rewards and benefits for serving this country in many ways, I think would also be, finding ways to do that would also be beneficial. Yes, sir.